China and Vietnam have signed more than a dozen new deals, with President Xi Jinping hosting Vietnam's leader in Beijing. To Lam is on a state visit to China, his first foreign trip since he was appointed president earlier this month. The agreements cover rail links, healthcare and finance. Our correspondent Senza Yuan reports now from Beijing.
China really values Vietnamese President To Lam's visit. Let's begin with the 14 documents that were signed between China and Vietnam on Monday after Chinese President Xi Jinping and Vietnamese President To Lam met. The one that really gained the most attention was the cooperation on the upgrade and development of the railway. The signed documents are on planning and feasibility study for standardized railway routes, considering a new step towards the upgrade of cross-border rail links. These are the continuation of what was signed in December during President Xi's visit to Hanoi. And other documents signed cover cooperation between central banks, media, health, and the quarantine and inspection of coconuts, crocodiles, and durians. And these are some of the goods that will be transported through railway. That's something we could look forward to. And China and Vietnam forged diplomatic ties in 1950. Vietnam is China's largest trading partner in ASEAN. And President To Lam will be meeting with Chinese Premier Li Qiang and other senior officials before wrapping up his 3-day stay visit to China on Tuesday. And also, I want to share with you some of the details as I was at the airport waiting for President To Lam's arrival. And upon his arrival, Chinese top diplomat Wang Yi was there and had a lengthy chat with him. And we can see that not only he's visiting as the country's leader, as well as the Vietnamese party's leader to China, to really see the friendship growth between China and Vietnam.
Aina Tangen is Senior Fellow at the Tai He Institute in Beijing. Aina Tangen, good to see you. What do we know about the timing of this visit? Why this, why now?
Jamie, this is the famous bamboo diplomacy. I mean, even in the lead up to this visit, there have been joint military drills between Philippines and Vietnam. But the timing is very, very important. It's his first trip abroad. He's just very fresh to the leadership role. And he's following the footsteps of Ho Chi Minh, who was very, very much attached to Guangdong, which was a revolutionary base overseas.
The agreements, we understand, cover rail links, healthcare and finance. What's the significance of these 14 deals?
Well, I mean, let's focus on the most important one, and that's the rail links. Right now, the largest growth sector in Vietnam is manufacturing, and 67% of the imports coming from China are intermediate goods that are absolutely necessary for this Vietnamese manufacturing. So it's absolutely essential that they do that. Now, rail links have already increased traffic by 16 times in the last couple of years. So you can understand why this is very important. They're talking about gauges, which is very, that makes it easier. You don't want to have two different gauges in one train. You'd have to change trains. Getting that standardized is very important to Vietnam.
You mentioned that these two were already big trading partners. How significant are these deals? Presumably that'll further increase the trading relationship.
Well, I mean, the trading relationship, it's been for many years now that Vietnam and China have been number one for each other. And it's the fifth largest economy in ASEAN. It's growing. It's just recently been upgraded from 6 to 6.3% in terms of its growth this year. But what China was looking for is some assurances that this bamboo diplomacy was not going to blow too far in the direction of Washington. And there was a reaffirmation of the community of shared values, which is very, very important to China's outlook on the world.
Where does the relationship go from here? Do you see it increasing exponentially year on year?
Economically, absolutely. In terms of politics, you will still see Vietnam trying to tread this path where they're not reliant on any of the world superpowers. This is definitely aggressive non-alignment, and you can expect that to continue, even as I said, the economics continue to be much more in favor of the relationship.
Aina Tangen, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the program.